Hey everybody, how's it going? Um, Returning back to the channel again here after a while, after a big break that I just had. So basically, what we're talking about today is um, following your childhood dreams, and you know, it's a lot of us adults um, have lost that, have lost our childhood dreams, and we've pretty much given up hope on, uh, anything like extraordinary happening in our lives. So today I want to talk about that and yeah, just give you some tips and some encouragement on how to actually fulfill your childhood dreams. So, yeah. So, uh, the title of this will be How to Achieve Your Impossible Childhood Dreams. So, first we gotta ask ourselves, when you were a child, what was it that you dreamt about? What was it that you fantasized about? What was it that you daydreamed about? Things like that. What was it? What was it exactly? And most of us have kind of shut that part of ourselves down because I know for me personally, it was because like I was so tired of not getting what I wanted, not getting what I had envisioned for my life, and you know, uh, that the pain of not getting what you want in life, it can really mess with you, and it can uh, basically what it did for me was it made me shut my imagination down, shut my creativity down. It shut my inspiration down. It like basically turned all that stuff off. And we're all born with as children we are all born with this crazy this like amazing imaginative mind, this imaginative creative, fun, playful energy, this kind of childhood energy. And so what happens as we get older is we get these traumas in our hearts, and whenever we don't get something, whenever we don't get what we want in life, or when bad things happen to us, these traumas build up in our hearts, and that shuts our imaginative abilities down. It shuts our capacity to manifest down, and uh, it basically takes all our power away, basically, because as infants we are born with the full energy of the heart, just ready to come into life and manifest our desires, things like that, manifest our childhood dreams. And so that's what this heart energy does. It's the Japanese, or the Chinese called this the Shen energy, and it's the energy of the heart. So basically, it's this energy that like gives you your creative drives and things like that, um, and just allows you to dream, and you know if you look at people who haven't had dreams in like years and years, probably decades, if you look at people who don't dream, like, and I'm talking literally dreaming, um, then that heart energy is probably blocked somehow, um, through traumas or what have you. Um, so yeah, so it's important that we understand, uh, when you were a child, what it was that you dreamt about, what it was that you fantasized and daydreamed about. So, so if you don't know what it is that you love, what it is that you want to do in life, things like that, just start thinking about what it is or what it was that you wanted to do as a kid, what your big dreams were as a kid. Yeah, so start doing that. And I mean, most of us probably don't even remember what it was that we wanted. Uh, for me, for me, this is my dream. This is my impossible childhood dream. For me, it was living on a tropical island, fishing, kayaking, and cooking the fish that I caught. That was the childhood dream that I had. Yeah. And I'm actively making it happen. I'm not I'm not in Hawaii just yet, but I am taking actions to make that happen. And so, this is another thing. Uh, you weren't given your childhood dreams just arbitrarily. You know, your dreams aren't arbitrary. Your desires are not arbitrary. See, what happened was your soul incarnated in order to fulfill your childhood dreams, your desires, your deepest desires. And so that's what you came here to do. If you're looking for a life purpose, there's your life purpose. Fulfill your childhood dreams. And yeah, so let's see. So, you know, yeah, most of us have lost that innocent spark of imagination, um, imagining that anything is possible. And I'm here to tell you that anything really is possible. There were things that people dreamt of not being possible in the 1900s, and it is now possible today. So, due to human ingenuity and things like that. So let's see here. Yeah, most of us have lost that innocent spark of imagining that anything is possible. I personally stopped dreaming because my life was very challenging growing up with disabilities as a kid. It was just very challenging. So in like a number of ways. So it's not easy. Yeah, I will say that achieving your dreams is not easy, but it is possible. It is possible if you work at it. So what I'm trying to say is you've got to work at your dreams. And the only way that the only way that it will not happen is if you give up, basically. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah. Um, so I'm here to tell you that anything is possible. You know, anything is possible. The only limitations that we hold that the only the only limitations that are holding you back are the ones that you place on yourself. And that's true because, the human mind is capable of a lot of great things, But but if we have this attitude of defeatism, like like nothing good will ever happen to me kind of thing, and we just give up, which is what I did for a lot of years. I just gave up on life pretty much. So if we have that attitude, yeah, our dreams are done. They're not possible. And that's true. They're not possible if we have that attitude. But if we have the attitude of, okay, you know, it might take me a decade to realize my dreams. It might take me even longer. But if I stay persistent, I can do it. That kind of mentality will go a long way, and it's not easy, and a lot of people struggle with that, including myself. So yeah, and one thing that you can do to help yourself get out of that mindset, and to to really embrace your soul desire, and to um like like reinforce your positive mindset, I guess would be a good way of putting it, is to just do this. I have this program right here on patreon.com/Gabo the Shaman. It's called the Self Transformation Challenge, and so what that does is it basically opens up this heart energy, and it releases those emotional blocks in you that are blocking your creativity, your imagination, your ability to be inspired, to live from your soul, to live from your heart, things like that. So it opens up your heart area, your heart center, and so it it basically, it'll help you. One of the things that this practice does also is it goes into your lower self, your unconscious mind or your subconscious mind, and it reprograms it. It basically rewires the subconscious mind and gets it working with you again. So that's you should check it out. It's a very powerful resource for you to really change and transform yourself in your life. So let's see here. So yeah, the only limitations that are holding you back are the ones that you place on yourself. And humans have done some amazing things, that we didn't know was possible until we accomplished them. And so, these things include things like putting men on the moon, astronauts with the Apollo missions and stuff like that. We circumnavigated the globe by air and by sea, boating and sailing and flying around the globe. We also invented electricity, something that took a lot of tries, and I don't remember the scientist who did that, but basically, he basically tried a lot of different methods of trying to do that. So, he didn't give up. He didn't give in to defeatist mentality. Because if he had, we wouldn't have electricity today. I would not be able to talk to you guys if Thomas Edison or whoever. I know there's some speculation about who invented electricity and whatever. So yeah, but if that didn't happen, then we wouldn't be where we are today. And recently, sorry about that. So yeah, recently, we recently flew a helicopter on Mars. So, we landed the rover there, and we, somebody flew a helicopter on Mars. So it's all these things are just like we can do more than we think we can, really. We can do a lot more than we think we can, and so it's really the choice. Like, you have a choice between giving into a defeatist attitude of like, my life will never get better, I'm stuck where I am, kind of thing, or you can have the attitude of, well, it might not be possible right now at this moment, but if I keep trying, if I keep pushing, if I keep working at it, then I can achieve it. Then you will achieve it. So it's really this choice of, do we give in to our defeatist attitude, or do we keep pushing forward? And that's a decision that you have to make on a daily basis. You can, just this last month was a huge challenge for me, because I'm trying to make this Qigong program that's available right here. It's coming out soon. I don't know when it will be out, but it definitely will be out before the end of the year, for sure. I've been editing it and working at it, but then I've had, unconscious challenges and things like that, to where I'm not feeling like working on it. Like, I just kind of, it's a huge project for me, so I'm kind of like, I have days where I'm like, it's not worth it, kind of thing. But I know it is worth it, if I keep trying and pushing and creating. I know that you guys will benefit from that program, so that's what's keeping me going with that, and keeping me doing it. So keeping me, every day, taking a couple of hours and editing the video, and whatever. So that's a huge course. It's a huge project for me, my biggest project ever. So yeah, that's coming out soon. So yeah, how much could we accomplish if we stopped dreaming, if we stopped pushing forward, if we stopped imagining things and like wanting to achieve things? Because we wouldn't get anywhere if we didn't have that imaginative spirit in us to keep us going, to keep us pushing, forward, moving forward. So yeah. So it's important that we not give in to our defeatist attitude, and that's something that I'm working on as well. So how far so the question is, how much of that could we accomplish if we stopped dreaming? Or how much of that could we have accomplished if we stopped dreaming? how far would we have gone if we accepted our limitations? We won't go far if we give in to our limitations. For example, in September of last year, I basically felt like my life was over, basically, because I was in such bad health, and like my thyroid I had severe hypothyroidism, so it basically shut shut me down. Basically, it like I was sleeping 24/7 pretty much. I was sleeping 12 plus hours a day, and then I would wake up and feel miserable, just tired and stuff. So and then there's mental issues that go along with hypothyroidism and stuff like that. So yeah, it was not a good time. So, but if I had given into that state, if I had just kind of given up on life, which I had for a while, but if I had really given up on life and just stopped trying anything at all, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be where I am today, basically, because and I'm actually in a much healthier state. I got the proper diagnosis from my doctors, and I got on the right medication and things like that, and so it's really helped me. So yeah, doing these practices is what triggered my healing and my my transformation and my growth spiritually and everything. So yeah, so the point is to for those who are discouraged or feeling hopeless or depressed, the point of all this is never give up. Never give up hope, because that's exactly what they want to do. They want you to do. They basically means whoever you think they are. Yeah. So never give up hope. There are people who want you to give up. There are people who want you to, fail and not try, because that would just that would just that's just how they are. So yeah, never give up. I challenge you to dream your impossible dream and make it happen. So I really mean that. I challenge you to dream your impossible dream and make it happen. You know, anything is possible, guys, and so anything is possible. You should never give up. You should never surrender to your defeatist attitude, and it will take a while to overcome your defeatist attitude. Just it just takes work and just takes practice. So yeah, dream your impossible dream and make it happen. Anything is possible. And look at how far our human ingenuity has taken us. If the great men who dared to dream the impossible hadn't done that, we wouldn't be where we are today. So like I said earlier, you came into this world for a reason, and That reason is your soul wants to fulfill its impossible dream. It wants to overcome your circumstances. It wants to overcome your limitations, um, your self-imposed restrictions, and everything like that. It wants to overcome all of that. So, so you can't give up. You can't, don't, you shouldn't give in to your, people call it laziness, or if it's laziness, or just, unwillingness, or, just feeling in a low mood, or whatever it is, you can overcome that. So do it, and you can do that by doing this stuff. 90-day self-transformation challenge is something that changed my life. I was, I was in a very bad place until I started that, and then it just kind of got better over time. And if you stop doing that, then it's going to return to how it was. Yeah, but just giving that a shot if you are just feeling hopeless and depressed and things like that. That's what really changed my life, was that program right there. So let's talk about yeah, so we wouldn't be where we are today without human ingenuity. Came into this world for a reason. I talked about that. Yeah, that's what your soul wants to do. To dream the dreams of your childhood, to realize them, to manifest your dreams. And so, yeah, so your soul came into this world for a reason, and that reason is to manifest your impossible childhood dreams. And once again, I challenge you to dare to dream your impossible dream, because it's like it's so important that's why your soul came here. Basically, that's why your soul came here. So it's that important. It's that crucial that you follow that, and and dream your impossible dreams, and manifest them, because that's what your soul came here to do. So yeah, so I know 3-dimensional reality can be very exhausting, and it was for me too. It is for me too. It can be exhausting, but the thing is, you've got to decide, make a decision on, are you going to give up, or are you going to persist, to follow through with what your soul came here for. So if your soul came here to be a fisherman, to be an architect, to be whatever, that's something that is commanded by your soul. It's not a suggestion, it is a command. That is your soul purpose, as in your SOLE purpose, and your soul purpose. So, as in SOUL. So, yeah, whatever it was that you dreamt of as a kid, that's why you came here. That's whatever, whatever inspired you, whatever made you creative, visionary, um, um, whatever made you, gave you that creativity, that imagination, that ability to envision your life. That's what you're supposed to do here. We're so basically how this works is there's different timelines. And so you might be on a timeline now where you are basically depressed and you are not doing well. So but then if you actually like the more that you do what your soul is telling you to do, like the more you do what your soul is telling you to do, the more that your life will improve. By the actions that you take and things like that, your life will get better. So, yeah. So yeah, you came here to manifest your impossible dreams. And the more that you follow your soul, the more that your life will improve. And it will improve. I can promise you that. It might not be easy. Your soul might want you to do, sporadic, spontaneous things like, I don't know, whatever it is for you. But for me, like, I just bought a really expensive drum, and so, well, for me, it's expensive. And so, because I've been wanting to drum to mantras and things like that, and so it's it's not a suggestion that my soul gave me; it's a command. And so I said, okay, it's if that's what my soul wants to do, then that's what my soul wants to do. So I went ahead and bought the drum. Different things like I went ahead and bought this qigong course a while back, and my soul is loving that, and it's growing from it. So so it doesn't really matter how much sense or logic your soul desire makes to you. It just matters like whether or not you're going to follow the commands of your soul. So if your soul wants to get out of depression, get out of being unhealthy, if you want to get healthy, get out of depression. If you want to get more energy in your body, and if you want to help your lower self, your unconscious or subconscious mind, to interact with you better, to get it working for you, then you go over here and subscribe to this course here, the Self-Transformation Challenge. Let me just tell you about that for a little bit. So the Self-Transformation Challenge is a course, a video course in which you just follow along with me as I do the practices, and it consists of a morning Kundalini practice, Kundalini yoga practice, and you do not have to be flexible for that at all. I started that and I was not flexible at all. It's it's tailored to beginners, so it's all beginner friendly stuff, and it's very easy. It's if you can do basic stretches, you can do that stuff. So and even if not, it can be tailored to you, to fit your body and your needs. Um, so yeah, that's the morning Kundalini yoga practice, and then we have the midday meditation, and that's very powerful. It basically gets you in touch with your soul. It basically puts your soul in the driver's seat, and it lets your higher self and your lower self serve the soul, and so it will align the higher self and the lower self with the soul and with the soul's desires. And so that's what that meditation does. It kind of lets you drop all the unconscious emotional blocks and things like that. So, yeah. And then we have the nighttime practice, which is the nighttime qigong practice. And the nighttime qigong practice is a very powerful practice that empowers the lower self. It's the lower self. I have my hand on my navel. The lower self is in the navel, and this corresponds with your unconscious mind. And it basically empowers your unconscious mind, so that instead of having this defeatist attitude of, I might as well give up, nothing's going my way, everything that I want to achieve in life is impossible, that kind of mentality, it will it'll turn your lower self from that mentality into that of a positive mentality, a empowering mentality, a one that says, it might not be possible today, but eventually I will have my soul desire. I will accomplish it. I will fulfill that. And so it gives your lower self some resolve, some some courage to go after what your soul wants. So that's what the self-transformation challenge does over here. So that's the nighttime practice. And the nighttime practice is very powerful, guys. It's extremely powerful. It's not like any other qigong that you've ever experienced. So, yeah, so that should be that, if you sign up there, I promise that it will change your life. It did for me. So did it for me, so I can promise that it'll do it for you too. So then we have the other link here. Oh yeah, and there's 3 phases to the self-transformation challenge. There's phase 1, which basically is a introduction to the practices. There's phase 2, which deals with the 5 elements, and there's phase 3, which deals with the third eye and connecting that to the immortals, connecting it to the higher planes of existence, to the divine, things like that. So yeah, it's very powerful stuff, guys. So then we have the astrology reading. So if you want an astrology reading, you would go to vincent.thunderwizard.com. It's right up there. vincent.thunderwizard.com, and with that I give you a very powerful mantra based on your um, Dharma Devata, and it basically empowers your soul. It basically empowers your soul. And it empowers the unconscious mind. Basically what it does is it takes your unconscious mind, and it strips away all the bad stuff out of it. So all the negative self-talk, all the defeatist mentality, the depression, the whatever you're going through, it kind of takes that away, and it gives you something positive. It builds up a positive mentality, a positive reserve in the unconscious mind. And so that's what that does. It makes you aware of all your unconscious stuff too. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. So I know this was a long one, and I know I've been rambling and whatever. So, so if you've stuck around for this long, I appreciate you. So, yeah. That about does it for me for today. So take care, guys. We shall see you in the next one.